So, guys, I'm at the drive-in watching Fast 8 and Split, and I'm not wearing any pants. True story. So, Fate of the Furious. I am not calling that a title again because this is the stupidest title ever. Fast 8. So, in Fast 8, we are a family no more because Dom is going over to the dark side. He is, for some reason, working with the bad guys. We don't necessarily know why. He just is. And I don't like this movie, guys. This is the worst Fast movie we have seen in quite a while. Start out with some positives, I guess. It is beautifully filmed. It is beautifully directed by F. Gary Gray. He directed The Italian Job, and the last movie he did was Straight Outta Compton. He does a great job with it. The movie, once again, is cheesy. It's the Fast and Furious cheesy that we know and love. So that is great. The opening, as always, with all our Fast and Furious movies, is very fun. It's exciting. It's interesting. It's always a great thing to start a movie with a great opening, and this one does that. We have The Rock once again, and he's in this more than he was in Furious 7, which was great to see because he was not in Furious 7 very much, and I think that is because Paul Walker died and his schedule got switched around. So I think it was because of that. So we got the more Rock in this one. And he's actually kind of front and center and kind of the leader of the team more for this because Dom is out. And that's one of my problems I'm going to have to start with. The fact that the chemistry between Vin Diesel, Dominic, and the entire family is not here. It's gone because he's not even with them. There's 5 minutes of them together and it's stupid. The next thing I really need to talk about, we're going to talk more about positives here. There is some scenes between The Rock and Jason Statham that are fantastic. They have great chemistry. It's a lot of fun. Both of them know what kind of movie they are in. That's always a positive thing. They reference Brian throughout the movie, which was something I was a little worried about. I thought, the absence of Brian would feel weird and out of place. I gotta tell you, it does feel out of place, though. I wish he was back in this movie. They try replacing him with other characters, and it doesn't work. It does not work at all. We needed Brian, it felt like, in this movie, and it felt odd not having him and Mia in this movie. So it doesn't work. Look, we go to see Fast and Furious because of the fun, over-the-top action scenes. There are essentially 3 of them. We have the opening one, we have one in New York, and we have one in Russia. The movie's 2 hours, 17 minutes. The fun action scenes are not here that much. Most of what the action scenes are, you have seen in the trailers. If you have watched the main trailers, you have seen our big action scenes. Super disappointing for me, guys, especially compared to Furious 7. Furious 7 had a crap load of action, over-the-top amazingness. This one does not have that. This is... Honestly, I'm going to say it. I was bored throughout some of this movie. Just absolutely bored, guys. This is kind of boring. It really is. Okay, first of all, the motivation for Dom to be doing what he's doing, I think is kind of stupid. It does not work in the timeline of these movies. And by the way, you need to have seen all the Fast and Furious movies, essentially. They reference so many things, and it's kind of important to the plot. It's not the biggest thing in the world if you've not seen them all, but it is somewhat important. Like I said, the motivation, I think, is stupid. I mean, you kind of get it, I guess, and I don't know how to explain it to you without spoiling. I personally think it's stupid. Now, Dom is working for the bad guys, and he isn't, spoiler alert, I guess, he's not hypnotized or anything like that. He's not being brainwashed. He's doing these things. It's his choice, essentially. Yes, there's a reason why he has to do these things. And he's attempting to kill his family. Literally. He takes his wife, Letty, flips her frickin' car over. She totally could have died there. Yet he's doing these kind of things. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it just... I understand why he's doing it, but it doesn't make sense why he's essentially almost killing his family. He's not doing a very good job being careful. Let's see, what else do I got here? Like I said, I was bored. I really was bored throughout most of this movie. Not a good thing, especially in a Fast and Furious movie. We should be having fun. We should be seeing over-the-top action scenes, We're not getting that much. We're getting a lot of talking throughout this movie. And that brings me to Charlize Theron's character. She's the villain. Great to see a female villain. She is menacing, but she does a lot of talking. She doesn't do anything. She really doesn't. She's just threatening a lot and has her men do her work for her. She doesn't do anything. Most of her work had to have been filmed maybe in a day or two. She is not in the movie that much. This is nothing for her. And she's one of, honestly, Jason Statham's villain was better. Luke Evans' villain was better in 6 and 7. Her villain's nothing fantastic. I have minor nitpicks now that I need to talk about. The humor does not work in this one. In 5, 6, 7, there's some great humor that I love. This one, you smile a little bit. I did not actually laugh. I did not giggle. It's just, Helen Mirren is in this movie. Scott Eastwood, 2 new members of the crew for this movie. Scott Eastwood is supposed to be replacing Brian, essentially, and it doesn't work. It does not work at all. Helen Mirren and Scott Eastwood just almost don't even need to be in this movie. It's just, they're useless. The other big thing honestly, this isn't even a nitpick. I have this in my nitpicks. It's not. Jason Statham is essentially part of the crew now, and they're pretty much accepting of this. At first, they're like, oh, you killed Han. That was a member of our family. You're not working with us. Now, he's just essentially working with them. And they're okay with this. They're accepting of this. No, that is BS. Guys, in the end, I really did not enjoy this movie. Is it the worst Fast and Furious we've seen? No. Is it enjoyable in some parts? Is this a movie that I can recommend necessarily going to pay $10 to go see at the theater, though? No. Go see it at the drive-in for $4 because you get to see 2 movies for $8. Then I'll say go for it. But paying a full $10 price? Forget that. This movie is not that great. In the end, guys, I'm going to go 5 out of 10. This is one of the worst Fast and Furious movies we have seen. Out of the 8, I would put it in the bottom 4. It's not that good for me. I was bored. That's the big thing. In a Fast and Furious movie, I should not be bored. And I was bored. So, guys, I really am not wearing pants, just to let you know. And that's why the drive-in is fantastic, guys. If you have a drive-in near you, go support your drive-in. I got comfortable in my car. I took off my pants because it was hot, and jeans are not that comfortable. I don't know why I didn't wear sweatpants or something. I should wear my Batman pajama bottoms, actually, next time. That's a good idea. Batman pajamas are badass. Always. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, share, comment below. Support your local drive-ins. We'll see you soon.